So rap isn't normally my thing, but I believe that great artistry can transcend any music genre. Let's see if BTS is able to do that with the song Mic Drop. Let's go. It's a good energy buildup. I feel like I know that beat. I do know that beat.
누가 내 수저 더럽대 I don't care 마이크 잡음 금 수저 여러 배 버럭해 잠못 익은 것들 새끼 여러 개 거두벌 씹어 죽겠어 에이 저녁에 Work best now 핵심 섭외 else me 맷진 많지 않지 이 클래스 같이 많기 종양의 악진 반칙 마이크 번지 black 전진 난알 것 같았겠지만 I'm fine sorry 미안해 billboard 미안해 worldwide 아들이 너무 잘 나가서 미안해 엄마 대신에 네가 못한 협력 우리 콘서트 절대 없어
Okay.
너말 없는 라다도에
Break time. Let me back up just a bit. So I recognize that beat, and I think I know exactly what it reminds me of. So that little backup or that little background sound, I'm almost certain that if it's not exactly the same thing, it's probably borrowed from Get Your Freak On, a song from like the early 2000s by Missy Elliott. In fact, let me find it just to share with you guys. Okay, here it is. Yeah. Well, maybe not the exact same beat, but it's quite similar, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, I knew there was something about this that just resonated in my mind. And being a Gen X guy, of course, this being from, I think it's from 2001. It came to mind. So that's already some familiarity for me. Let's get back to business. Yeah, it's not the same beat, but similar. Good enough. You know, you can't help but just nod your head to this, huh? And I'm assuming this is a song where the rappers get to shine, right? The three rappers. Yeah. Good moves. 미안해 billboard 미안해 worldwide 아들이 너무 잘 나가서 미안해 엄마 대신에 네가 못한 협력 우리 콘서트 절대 없어 hold on I do it 너말 없는 라다도에 혹배가 아프다면 고소해 Oh, what do we got here? Is that Jin? Okay. All right. Quick stop, guys. So listen, as I've already mentioned, rap isn't necessarily like my go-to kind of music. I can tell you that having already experienced a little bit more of BTS, more meaning like for me in the last few months, having seen what they can do with Black Swan, with songs like Dynamite, basically this is something completely and drastically different from what I've been accustomed to seeing. However, it's not a surprise that the BTS is able to bring that much versatility and that much of a radical shift from other performances, other songs. I mean, to me, this group is becoming like maybe 10 in one. It's almost like taking 10 different types of groups, genres, and just rolling them up into one. Man, these guys have some true versatility and talent. And even for somebody who is not like heavy on rap, um, I can see how this type of rap, if you can really call it that, is definitely unique. Because what I just noticed before I paused, it starts with like the heavy rap, well, maybe not heavy, but just straight rap. But then a little farther down the line, it gets broken up by the vocalists. And I saw Jin, I saw JK in there, and I think those vocalists just seem to break the rhythm of what one would normally expect a rap song to be, at least in my case. And I think that already just draws me in a little more than I expected to be drawn in. So let me see that one more time. And the movements are still cool. There's a lot of this going on, but it's still uniquely BTS. Rappers are just loving it. Huh? There it is. That disruption. Yep. It just blends in nicely. Ooh. Okay. Nice. Yeah, there's that modern dancing. And this guy's just jamming. And by the way, is that Steve Aoki? I really don't know much about him. From my understanding, he's a DJ and producer. But let me pause. In my mind, it reminds me of someone else. In fact, let me just show you. Being a Gen X man who loves all things grunge music, this DJ reminds me of the guitarist from Soundgarden, Kim Thayil. Let me show you. That's who I thought it was, or maybe not necessarily him, but perhaps a younger brother or maybe the guy's son. I mean, yeah, Steve Aoki. I just see a similarity. So I don't know if this is just random coincidence, but there's already two elements to this song that are already drawing me in. You know, that beat from the Missy Elliott song that I've heard many times before, that it was actually a really big hit in the early 2000s. And then for me especially, oh my goodness, Soundgarden. I know it has nothing to do with it, guys, but maybe it's just a psychological thing. So I am liking it so far. There's RM. Oh, he's doing his thing. All right, guys, I got to add one more thing here. I know I keep stopping it, but listen, it's a reaction. So let me tell you what comes to mind. Keep in mind, this is, I think, my fifth reaction to BTS music. The very first one that I did was to Black Swan. I literally knew nothing about BTS. But as I was going through that experience, through that exposure of that song, which in my opinion is a masterpiece, I remember having a difficult time trying to distinguish between all the seven members. It was hard to really hear the differences from one another's voices, at least initially. But the one with whom I had no problem whatsoever differentiating was with RM. He has that very unique sounding voice. I know he's not one of the vocalists of the group, but his voice, how can I put it? I think would be very, very difficult for anyone to try and mimic, to try and impersonate, because he has just very unique vocals. And that basically just jumped out to me. And then what he does in Black Swan, I know he kind of plays around with his vocals. He does a kind of thing. That just really drew my attention. And as soon as he jumped in here, that's what came to mind. And listen, I'm not officially Army yet, but I think if I had to choose a bias with my limited exposure and knowledge of BTS, I think it'd probably be RM for now. But again, I have a long way to go. Cool moves. They coordinate so well, even with those aggressive movements. And then the scenery is always just art in itself. Yeah, there he is again. Yeah, and how cool. Listen, I intentionally did not add the closed captions as subtitles just because there's no way that I'd be able to keep up with them. This song just moves fast. It has a lot of energy. It's just constantly shifting. But I did read them before starting this reaction. And from what I got, reading the lyrics, it sounds to me like this is a kind of song where they're basically telling the world, or maybe not the world, but their critics, maybe obstacles along the road, like we did it. It seems to me that this song, this performance is basically a very well-deserved victory lap for them. And from what I've learned from you guys, from commenting in my previous videos, I know that BTS, as successful as they are today, they had a heck of a journey trying to get to this level. I understand that there were several biases. They had difficulties entering the music industry, different markets. From what you tell me, even racism along the way. So to see them really deliver this song, not so much with arrogance or anything like that. I don't think that's really what they meant to do. I think it's almost like they're saying to the world, check it out, we're still here. And the results speak for themselves. You know, they're talking about trophies in their bags. Who can deny their success? I don't think that this would have been a necessary song, but I think it was one that was well deserved, clearly for them. And what a cool, fantastic way of saying, hey, guess what? We were the underdogs, but we made it. And I think it speaks volumes. And it really almost becomes an inspiration to anybody who has ever been an underdog in any aspect of life. Here you go, Jen. Yeah, the vocalists just add a cool element to this. The mic drop. So cool. Honestly, I enjoyed Mic Drop, but it's clear to me that nobody enjoyed it more than Steve Aoki from what you could see in this video. Listen, will this song be my immediate go-to song when it comes to all things BTS? Probably not right now. There's a lot others that come to mind that I'm really beginning to really delve into. But I have to admit that BTS basically changed my perspective on what rap music really is. They clearly bring their own flavor to it all, their own movements, their own everything that we're already accustomed to seeing from BTS. They never cease to amaze. Tell me what you think. Maybe rap music isn't your thing. I would love to hear what your perspective is on this song. Drop me a line or two below. As always, I thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.